Welcome to the MUTV group chat. This is our new daily show on the Manchester United app, where even in these times of lockdown, we're going to bring you a daily dose of Manchester United to basically keep you going until the football eventually returns. And there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to get involved in this show with our guests. And we've got four of them here this morning. We've got Danny Webber, we've got David May, we've got Wes Brown, and we've got Ben Thornley, who are all spread far and wide. Good to see you, chaps. First of all, how are you all coping without football? It's been, what, a fortnight? This feels like about 6 months, but how are you all coping? Start with you, Maisie. I can't imagine you in lockdown.
I'm surviving, Stu. I've just started me Alvida Saint Pet on YouTube. I've done quite a bit on Netflix, so now I'm going through the old TV programs, and I'm on Alvida Saint Pet now. Series 1, episode 7. Neville's just been done with his allegedly beating up a German bird, but yeah, he got away with it.
So, anybody watching anything other than 1980s dramas? I mean, how are you getting on, Danny? Are you surviving with this?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, not bad. It's a mixture. It depends what time of day it is in our house. We've got kids programs throughout the night when they're not schooling in the day, and then get them to bed as quick as we can. And then it's pop the gin, have a little bit of gin in the evening. Do you know what I mean? Have a little juice, and then relax and just watch whatever really. Whatever we were on. It was The Stranger. That was a little pro series that we were watching. That was all right. And then we watched The Split. Both British dramas, and then now there's another one. I don't know what it's called. I'm just watching it to humour the missus, to be fair. But
yeah, are you not homeschooling? Are you not? I mean, are you not? You're not doing a bit of homeschooling as well?
Yeah, she's got a structure. We've got the old whiteboard and everything. She's gone in. Missus is putting up the dates. She's written the old dinner times and all that kind of thing. So she's put the structure in place. I can't say it's me. But I do the maths because that's my thing. I've got the old sums on the board, and I'm not bad at maths. So other than that, they just try to keep him in a bit of routine, because otherwise they think they can just come in and have what they want when they want, and they run through the kitchen every 2 minutes and they're taking stuff out of the cupboards, out of the fridge. It can get carnage. So we're just telling them, listen, you're at school, so you can't do that at school. You can't do that here. So it's a bit random, but it's kept us ticking so far.
Ben, are you surviving?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I don't have the same problem as Danny. My lad's old enough now, and he doesn't live with me anyway, so I haven't got the hassle of homeschooling. But I think it's suddenly becoming apparent what a bad parent I am compared to him, probably Wes and all. And I'm just sitting.
Ben, are you staying out of the fridge though?
I'm staying out of it, mate. Yeah, I'm staying out of it. What about you, pal?
Hey, I'm flying, skipping every day. To the fridge.
I'm probably a few years behind everybody else, but I'm not going back as far as Maisie. But I've never seen Breaking Bad, so that's my little one.
Is no one watching Tiger King, or is it Lion King? I can't remember. The guy on the remarkable one.
Yeah, started it.
Brilliant.
Episode. I've just watched the English game, lad. Do you watch that?
Yeah, good. That's nice.
Yeah, it's very good.
How are you, Wes? Anyway, are you coping all right? You're doing a bit of homeschooling as well, aren't you?
Yeah, my kids are Ben, a little bit older, so they're not that bad. Just when the smallest ones get together, so you have to keep separating them. The oldest one's got college every day still, and then he gets some work, so pretty good. It's you do your head in a little bit, but what can you do? It's normal.
Yeah. I think we're all in the same boat there. But I mean, are you missing football? I mean, I suppose it's an obvious question. Are you missing the game? And I suppose the big question is, when's it going to come back? And if it does come back, should we just pick up where we left off, or scrub the whole thing?
For me, I'd scrub the whole thing, Stu. I think it's gone too far now. All competition should just be null and void and start again in August, September. There's so much. I think there's so much football that's just going to get lost in it all. It's a fans thing as well. So just scrap the league, scrap the FA Cups, European Cups, all that, and just start fresh next season.
But the thing is, I know there are far more important things to worry about than that. But when
Yeah.
the season ended, we were or was suspended. We were going great guns in sort of on all three fronts, really, trying to get in the top four, FA Cup, Europa League. I mean, you not think it would be a shame just to scrub it when we come back, whenever it is, finish it off.
Yeah, it's a shame that it's got to end. But as you say, Stu, people are dying out there. There's much more important things than football and golf and tennis and cricket and racing and all that. Listen, the health of everybody is more important than football. Football takes a back step. And for me, do you know what? When it starts, it starts. If it starts in September, all well and good. If it doesn't, do it October, November. It doesn't matter.
Lads, what do you think about that? Would you go with that, or do you want to see it finished? Whenever it is, you want to see it finished?
I can understand Maisie's point. Sorry, I can understand Maisie's point, and there are things that are obviously gonna come across as and that are more important than football. I just think that football has a way of bringing so many people together as well. And if that means that being able to watch it on the TV when and if it comes back, I think that people want to find out how many points Liverpool might win the league by, who's going to get promoted from the Championship. There's a great deal of money at stake that will undoubtedly affect clubs a long time after this. We've seen the end of this coronavirus, and whereas obviously we still have to respect that it is out there, and other people have to respect that it's there and do the correct things. And obviously that isn't even thinking about football at the moment. But they're hoping that in the not too distant future we will start to see a downward turn. Things will start to relax a little bit. And then, has it gone too far? I agree with Maisie. He says that it's gone too far now, but I think there does have to be now a cut-off point. I'm not in agreement with him. I do want to see it finished. I want to see where clubs finish. I don't think you'll carry on with the Europa League and the Champions League, but I think that it's important to know who's going to be in place to play in those next season, and which division clubs are going to be in, etc. So, whereas I do agree with him to a certain extent, I'd like to see it finished, but there does have to be a cut-off point as to when that is going to be and how safe it is for football to return.
I think for me, if you're in the Championship and you're one of the top teams in the Championship, and like Leeds and West Brom are the top two at the moment, you'd be wounded if you put in that much effort and you get so close to the promised land, if you like, the Premier League, and you don't quite make it. I don't feel so much for the teams at the bottom of the Premier League because they've already had their purses filled and they've had their opportunity to be in and around it. So, but for me, I just think I feel for those Championship teams because it's such a random league. Next year, the same two teams might be 9th and 10th just by the randomness of the Championship. So I think to see it come to a conclusion for me would be better. The United in me thinks cancel the Premier League because Liverpool's going to win it. That's that. But like I say, from the Championship point of view, I just think it's to get promoted, it's a massive deal, 100 odd million for each of the clubs. I'd actually like to see Leeds back in the Premier League because the rivalries and the old games between United and Leeds, I've not seen that for years, and I just think that'd be decent. And also, I think if in maybe 5-6 weeks time, you could get the teams in isolation, maybe the teams could play games behind closed doors, and it would give everybody who's actually staying at home a bit of entertainment, something for people to have a little bet on, something it would keep people indoors, and it would enable to finish the season, albeit behind closed doors.
Yeah,
well, it'd be a shame to see Liverpool upset, wouldn't it?
No. If that was the case, I mean, it would be funny, but I do think that whenever it's safe and we're all ready to go again, I do think it's important that we finish it, if I'm being honest. Regardless what happens next season, that is sorted out. There's so much, like the lads have been saying, there's so much at stake for clubs and even relegation battles. It needs to stay the same. So whenever it does start, the new season does start, we know where everyone's at. I always think if we didn't, null and void it, we start next season, it's going to be uproar, it's going to be court cases, it's just going to be mayhem. All clubs involved, and that's everyone. People are still, even the people that, you're saying in relegation battle, they're the only ones that probably could be happy in this scenario, in a way. But I think everybody else, the teams coming up, it becomes a big problem. And, even if we started, whenever it's safe to start again, because, at some point we'll start. Let's say it was worst case scenario, November, December, finish the season, next season goes a null, and then we start, obviously, after the summer. But I just think it's important we finish it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's finish it whenever we can.
No chance.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Over the course of the weekend as well, of course, it was the 1 year anniversary of Ole taking the job permanently at United. So much has changed in the 12 months. He's made some big decisions. Guys, would you think now we're in a much better situation in terms of the squad and how things are looking than they were 12 months ago?
Yeah, I think we're looking more as a team. The players he's brought in, they've all seemed to settle very well. You've seen some very big performances from the lads this season against good teams. He's got the mentality back a little bit and how he wants his team to play. I think sometimes that's more important. At this time, we always knew it was going to be a difficult season. But recently, obviously, before it all stopped, we were pushing on very well and we were giving some good performances.
I think recruitment's been brilliant as well. We always talk about bringing in better players. For a number of years now, we've not been bringing in much better players than we already had at the club. If anything, it was getting worse. But that, he seems to have stopped the rot and bringing in good characters who first and foremost want to win. We've got that humility. We're proud to wear the shirt. And it's, marry that alongside the fact that he's got the foundations right for each other. The fitness is good. You start putting the pieces together. It's we're starting to see more of the United that we expect, really.
Yeah. I think the introduction of Bruno Fernandes into the side and his acquisition, as well as the other players that we've got there, I think the lads are right that we are now starting to look like a team. And although I still probably feel to challenge at the top of the Premier League and to close the gap, and obviously to be eating at the top table again in the Champions League, we're still probably a couple of players missing to make us that higher squad that he's going to be able to do that. But Bruno Fernandes has been absolutely sensational for me. I think that he's elevated everybody to a standard that United fans are now seeing is more than acceptable for where we've been the last few years. And if we can continue in the same vein that we've been showing for the last 10, 11 games.
We've lost Ben, which is kind of the type of thing that can happen in these situations. He's back again. But Maisie, let's just get your say on Ole as well, your former teammate. How do you think he's done?
I think he's done ever so well. He has. It's been ups and downs. Obviously, the fans love Ole, and I think all of us have played with Ole, so we know his mentality. What he wants. He's driven. Danny touched on it. The players that we have brought in have been outstanding. They really have. And the likes of, Brandon Williams coming in, pushing Luke Shaw. That's done really well. And I just think a couple more additions, I honestly don't think we'll be too far away next season. I think we'll be absolutely flying. Yeah. He's got the mentality as well, Stu. That's more than anything.
We are almost out of time, guys. So I just want to get your vote on the latest Match Rewind vote on the Manchester United app. And the subject today is comebacks, which is obviously part of our DNA. 4 to choose from. City 2, United 3 in 2018. City, if they won, would have won the league right in front of us. They were 2-0 up, killing us. And then 3 goals in 16 minutes in the second half. Paul Pogba with a great performance. So that's one to choose from. Another one is, you might remember this, West Ham 2, United 4. We're going for the title in 2011. 2 down, 2 penalties, I think it was, from Noble. Wayne Rooney with a second half hat-trick, 3 in about 15 minutes. Chicharito scoring, winning 4-2, went on to win the title. Spurs 3, United 5, 2001. United 3 down at half-time and surely dead and buried. Cole, Van Nistelrooy, Baron, Blanc, Beckham, 5-3, incredible. And also Everton 2, United 4, 2007. We're going for the title. It's right at the end of the season. We're 2 down again. Phil Neville with an own goal helped us. O'Shea, Rooney, Chris Eagles as well. So 4 remarkable comebacks for you to vote for on the United app. You've got until 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. When's tomorrow? Tuesday, isn't it? Guys, I'm going to just go around you quickly. What are you voting for comeback?
Well, before you'd even mentioned it, Stu, or when I heard you say comeback, that was the game that stuck out for me, was the Spurs United at White Hart Lane, 3-0 down. Okay. So you're going for that, Dan?
I was waiting for you to say the European Cup final. I was waiting for that, but seeing as that didn't come into the equation, yeah, I'd go with the Spurs game. That was different class. I remember the goals, Bex's goal, and everything, different gear. Mm-hmm.
Manchester derby for me.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the derby as well.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
I watched that Spurs one the other day. Can't be watching it again. It was on the other day, wasn't it? Spurs one.
Did you play in that?
No.
Oh, right. That's probably what
I'll go for the derby. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for that. We're going to be doing this every day on the Manchester United app, every weekday at least on the Manchester United app. I hope you can join us for that. We're going to have guests. We're going to have challenges. We're going to have you involved as well. So stay at home, stay safe, and we'll see you again very soon. Cheers, guys.